Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy afternoon and spending it with us. Hopefully, and the goal is that everyone walks away with some great nuggets of information, as always, very important. So, here we are in, let's see, the second week or first week even of March 2021. And obviously, from the looks of it, things are starting to get a little better during this pandemic. It looks like the vaccines are going to be readily available to most in the very near future. I saw it on the news this morning. Everything is getting better, I believe, and I hope. We as insurance agents, as IMOs, right, we have to constantly try to pivot, right? And we have to literally master consumer behavior patterns. I feel like it's our goal, right, to figure out what and when the consumer wants to either discuss life insurance, a quote, apply, or maybe see a marketing piece. You have to be on top of this game literally 24/7 and study these patterns of the consumer. And we, as the IMO, right, Levinson and Associates, we have to look at our agents, right, in the same way because you are our consumer, right? So the agents are our consumer and the prospect is the agent's consumer. So you literally have to master the patterns to be successful, right? So right now, right, unfortunately, we are still in this pandemic and people want to discuss life insurance, okay? It's a fact. Where our numbers are going up, we're seeing our top agencies and agents, their numbers are going up. And the one common theme that we're hearing and seeing is families, right, and breadwinners are saying to themselves, if we get COVID, right, if mommy and daddy get COVID and something happens, are we going to be okay? So knowing that, right, because I think we can all agree that's a fact, and that's what's going on in front of us every single day. And you hear about, mothers, fathers, grandparents passing on, right? And a lot of it is due to COVID. So life insurance awareness is skyrocketing. So I look at that and I say, okay, if I was the agent, right, constantly studying our consumers' behavior patterns, which is our agent. So if I'm the agent, I have my agent hat on, you have to scratch your head and say, okay, how do I get my name out there to the masses so when this life insurance conversation comes up, they think of me, right? That's the name of the game. And there's one way to do that, okay? Literally, and you're probably saying, this Bill has lost his mind. There's not one way. No, right now, okay, during a pandemic, there's one way to get your name out there. And it's not face-to-face meetings at Starbucks or at the living room table, right, or at the annuity seminar that you're going to host at the local Holiday Inn. That's not happening. There's one way, and that's through that little thing in your right or left hand called a smartphone. Okay, and you know what? I'll put a second way on there, and that's a desktop computer or laptop. That is the only way right now you can get your name out there. So knowing that, right, that's a fact. So knowing that, how do you succeed and grow your business in 2021 during a pandemic? Okay, and hopefully it's over sooner than later. But the answer is you have to get creative with marketing, right? You have to get your name out there on social media through e-blasts. If you're using SEO, search engine optimization, great. If you're using AsureWorks, great. If you're using Our Leads and you're using that third tool, which is a phone, a telephone, right? Great. You need prospects. You need ways to open doors. So to open up these doors, yes, I always tell all of the agents, you have to get your message out on Facebook and LinkedIn and send out these weekly e-blasts, call it IUL Tuesday, you know, or Whole Life Saturday, and come up with these cute little 1-2 minute videos and get them out there to everybody you know, right? And maybe put a little contest together. Hey, if they share the video to the first 2 people that comment, I'm going to send a Starbucks gift card. Whatever the case is, it's time to get scrappy and creative, right? And all of that stuff works that I just mentioned, but we know it sounds easier than it's done, right? We know that, okay? So what that means is we have to come up with great strategies and platforms that our agents can use, okay? And we can't charge them for this. We can't say, okay, if you want to get started, it's $100 every other week to participate. No. So the point is, and obviously we're not a tech company, we're an IMO, but I know it's my job to come up with these great strategies for our agents to open doors, especially during a pandemic when the face-to-face sales are a thing of the past. And I'll tell you this, it's probably going to be a thing of the past forever, okay? I don't see things ever going back to the way it was. Now, I still think, of course, you're going to be able to meet someone at Starbucks or, meet someone for a breakfast or a lunch or whatever it is. Yes, it's going to slowly start to get a little bit better, but I don't see it being the way it was in 1999, right, or 2004, okay? Technology's changing, insurance carriers are changing, underwriting is changing. We just saw 7.5 million of life insurance with no exam. Unheard of. We're seeing big moves, okay? So it's telling all of us, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this out, but the industry has changed and is changing every day. It's moving faster now in the last year than it has moved in the last 15 years combined. I promise you. There's more movement with technology in underwriting and e-apps in the last year than the last 15 years combined. I promise you that. So again, what does that tell us? Okay, we have to pivot and change and get creative. So back to the drawing board. Levinson is constantly coming up with new platforms to help you get your foot in the door, right? And share your story. That's the name of the game. Get these people on the phone and do whatever it takes to create that spark. Okay, so we have 4 awesome platforms that we're going to touch on. We do have the CEO of Legacy Armor that's also joining us as our featured guest speaker. He's going to come on in just a couple more minutes here. And then as soon as Michael is done, we're going to dive into 3 other awesome platforms. And keep in mind, these are all free to get started. Okay, so what Mike's going to also share is not only a platform where you can get started at no charge, but you can actually make some money and supplement your income. And it's not a gray area. It's not some scam that, because as you know, we do not participate in anything like that. No MLM stuff. If you've known us for a while, we play in that very clean space. We don't want our reputation is everything, and we need to be known as true professionals that do things above board. So I think you know that anyway, but I just wanted to point that out. So the first platform is Legacy Armor, and that's number 1 there. Number 2 is Legacy Safeguard, a complete turnkey final expense platform that you all have free access to. Number 3 is our Sage Scholarship Program, which now has 425 colleges throughout the country. Another freebie for you, for the client. There's no commission reduction. It's a win-win-win. And number 4 is an awesome platform that's going to help you open doors to business owners. Okay, and again, free. So we've made lots of changes, updates to all 4 of these platforms. And I'm not saying by the time we're done, go out and start launching these and marketing all of this to the masses. No. But if you get your hands around 1 or 2 platforms that you didn't utilize yesterday, okay, and you sparked new interest and got a new sale from this, it's a win. Right? Didn't cost you a penny. It's a win. And now you have a new marketing campaign that you're sending out, and you're differentiating yourself from the other million agents in this country, okay, which is the name of the game. And no one else has access to all of this unless it's another Levinson agent or agency, okay? I promise you that. So with that said, let's dive right in. What we're going to do at the end of today's presentation, we're going to do our question of the day. So I hope you all are paying attention and jotting down notes. We also have our question box. If you have any questions that come up as we go, type those in and we will answer every single one of those. I promise you that. Okay, so jumping into the featured part of our presentation, of course, is Mike from Legacy Armor. I just want to read a quick testimonial before I change gears here real fast. I'm also going to mention, you think about Legacy Armor, right? They are making waves out there. In fact, this concept is making waves. Think of like an online safe deposit box, okay? 25 years ago, you know, Grandma Judy would walk into the Atlantic Bank or what was it, Eastern Bank back then, and, you know, deposit her valuable stuff into her safety deposit box, okay? Well, nowadays, same exact concept, but everything is stored on an online secure vault, okay? And you, as the insurance agent, can offer this platform to your consumers. And if you think, oh, Bill, you know, it sounds great, but who's going to use this? Think about this for a second. National Guardian Life, okay, that's a huge insurance company, just acquired a company called EverPlans, okay? EverPlans is a very similar concept. Legacy Armor is much better, much more secure, okay, but NGL just spent millions and millions of dollars on EverPlans. Okay, there's a reason why, folks. That's the future, and they know it. They're using it to open doors to sell more product, okay, as an insurance company. So this offering is, and by the way, that's all public information. You can look up after we hang up today's presentation, okay? So I'm not just telling you that. So anyway, they say the proof is in the pudding, right? When I see something like that, I know the concept works. When I see an agent, look at the below there in red, we say agent testimonial. Okay, this is from Ken, who happens to be on the call right now. He said, another great webinar today. I also listened to Bill's podcast earlier on Legacy Armor. What a remarkable woman Sahar is. Okay, so Sahar and Michael are actually married, husband and wife, and they both own and run the company. She pointed things out that I had not heard or connected on regarding Legacy Armor before today. I have a much better understanding now about how powerful a tool it can be. It really is intuitive and very significant to anyone's estate planning, no matter their financial profile. Now, this is the biggest point here. The U.S. $60 billion unclaimed wealth point was a real eye-opener to Agent Ken. So with that said, I don't want to steal any more of Michael's thunder. I'm going to have him dive in and give you the 15, 20-minute overview. Mike, you there?
I am. Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yep,
awesome.
Loud and clear.
I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Bill, thank you for that introduction. And I should say, you know what? If I ever need a pitch guy, I'm just going to hire Bill and have him pitch everything for me because he does a great job with that. So
thanks, Mike. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So on to Legacy Armor. So you know what? I have to agree with everything Bill said. COVID is changing everything. It's changing the way we live. It's changing the way we do business. It's changing the way we think things. And now that I said that, I'm going to contradict myself because I read a really interesting article that said COVID didn't actually change anything. All it did was accelerate the trends that were already in the industry. And for those of you that have been in the industry for a while, you know that things have been going more and more online, more and more via cell phone, more and more via computer. And all that's happened is that COVID has accelerated those trends. So I'm going to talk to you today about Legacy Armor. And like Bill said, this is a way to protect your information. I'll go through this quick. What I'm going to do today is talk to you about one of our 3 plans, and it is our premier plan that we go through. So let's get into that. So I'm going to talk to you today about the Trusted Advisor program, right? And first, you've got to ask yourself, well, I've never heard of a Legacy Armor. What does it do? Well, I'm going to put this not in terms of what we technically do, but what do we do for you and your clients? Quite honestly, we convert prospects and delight your clients, because when you offer our services bundled with yours, you help your clients protect all of their information, their legal, financial, healthcare, personal information, all of the things that they worry about, and say, you know, with COVID, with coronavirus, if something happens to me, how can I make sure my loved ones know where everything is and can find it when they need it the most? I'm going to play a video right here, and we found out that audio doesn't work, so I'll talk through a little bit of it, and I'll probably stop it halfway through. But the question is, what do you do with information that you want other people to know, but you don't want them to know right now? Like all of these things, where's my will, my family photos, or my life insurance policy is here. If you put it in a box or you put it in a safe deposit box or write it down, other people can find it, right? And you have to tell people where it is. What we do is we lock it into a vault, and we secure this vault with a password that even we don't know. It uses an encryption algorithm, and I'm going to skip forward here a little bit. We ask you for 3 shared secrets, and we use those to create our own long encrypted password. When something happens and you want others to get this information, we ask them the same 3 questions. We put it through the same mathematical algorithm, and we compare the 2 results. If they match, then we know that it's your recipient and that they know the answers. Then we decrypt it and give it to them. And with that, I'm going to move on because, oh, wait a minute. There we go. I'm going to move on because it's hard for me to talk while that video is going at the same time. We have found out that by doing this, you get nothing but results with your clients. They really, really value this and love how much it helps them. So our mission at Legacy Armor is to help trusted advisors grow their practices. We deal with insurance agencies, wealth management firms, estate attorneys, anybody who deals with personal information. So you're probably asking yourself, how can that help me grow my practice? Well, it's easy. There's 4 ways, and Bill touched on these: differentiation, education, lead generation, and retention. I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm going to tell you a story that highlights differentiation. You'll find out later in education that we teach people a little bit about how to run their business, how to approach clients, how to think about things. And one of the things we tell them is that studies have shown that only about 26% of the people remember data that you give them when you're talking to them. But over 80% of the people remember stories. So we tell people when you're talking to your clients, don't just give them data, give them a story. I'm going to tell you a story about the purple cow. I don't know if you've heard about the purple cow before, but here's the purple cow's story. Say you live in the city and you decide to go for a drive in the country and you see a brown cow. You go, well, that's cool. I haven't seen a cow for a while. Then you drive on and you see another brown cow. And you drive on, and after a while, you see a whole herd of brown cows on the side of a hill, and you start to ignore the brown cows because you've already seen a brown cow. And then you come around a corner and there's a purple cow. You're like, oh my God, a purple cow. You stop your car, you get out and you take a picture of it. You send it to your friends. You're like, hey, look what I just saw. I saw a purple cow. And your friends go, oh, that's really cool. I've never seen a purple cow. And they send it to their friends, and they send it to their friends. And they all send it to each other and becomes viral because it's unique. And this is what we're trying to do for you to differentiate. Legacy Armor is a way to make yourself and your agency unique so that when you talk to people, they go, oh, wow, I've never seen that before. And you become the purple cow. It's hard to differentiate because in the US today, you can see these numbers: 786,000 insurance companies, 300 intelligent wealth management, 215 estate attorneys. You've got to do something that gets you above the noise and differentiates you from everybody else. And whatever it is, it has to be of value to your client. It can't just be a differentiator. It has to add value. So with that, we offer education. We offer the Legacy Armor University, an education program. And what we do is we have monthly webinars with business experts that will instruct you on different things about your business directly related to growing your practice. And like I said, it could be about communication. It could be about technology. It could be about psychology. It could be about new products. And then we help you with lead generation. We have the Legacy Armor Lead Gen Income Program. And what that is every subscriber we have is offered an introduction to a trusted advisor in their area. We introduce them to you if it's a fit. We ask them what they're looking for, what kind of insurance, where they are, and make sure that you're a fit for them. And then we introduce them to you. And the fourth way is retention. Now, I'll tell you, Legacy Armor is sticky. It's really sticky. Remember this number. I know that I told you you remember stories, but not numbers. Remember this one, 87%. 87% of Legacy Armor subscribers keep their vault over 5 years. And as long as they stay your client, they get the vault at no charge, which is seen as a huge benefit for them. So what's all this going to cost? Bill told you that there are some programs we have that are free. There are some that have some investment. This program that I'm talking about is a Levinson special pricing of $22.20 annually or $185 per month. Now for that, you get unlimited users. You can put as many users on our system as you want with unlimited storage. And they don't just store life insurance. You actually get them to store everything about their life. They can store life insurance, wills, powers of attorney, photos, videos, anything that's important to them. And with that, you get the unlimited support, Legacy Armor University, lead generation, and again, this is the Levinson special pricing. So really what matters is not how much it costs, but how much it makes. If this helped you just keep 2 clients that you wouldn't keep anyway, or make 2 clients through the year, your ROI is through the roof. So if you're ready to differentiate your business and you like the way this sounds, visit us at info@legacyarmor.com/Levinson. You'll see our 3 programs. You'll see this one as the VIP program, and we would absolutely love to talk to you and help you differentiate your business and draw in more clients. Thank you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Mike. So all of the information is on our website. We're also going to send out a thank you email to all participants, and we'll include the brochures and the sign-up link. If you want to get started right away, I'm going to show you real quick where all the info is, the different plans, the videos. Just go to our website under Getting Started. Okay, you'll see Legacy Armor highlighted in yellow, and then the various plans and videos come up, or call any one of our marketers and we can help you and make sure you're comfortable. Okay, very simple. And keep in mind, Levinson agents get their own link or portal with their information for free. Okay, once you register, you're in at no charge. And what I would also think about, just real quick, if you know any estate planning attorneys, any CPAs, right, that would love to offer this program to their clients as a value add. Okay, keep that in mind. And then obviously the life insurance conversation comes up with that as well. And also every time the consumer logs into their vault, they see your name, picture, phone number. Okay, so just think about referrals, new policies, annual policy reviews. Okay, that is a brilliant way to keep your name out there. And we have a bunch of marketing material that we can co-brand with your name picture that you can e-blast out to all of your clients, friends, and network, okay, just to again, spark interest and conversation. Okay, moving forward here. So I did an awesome podcast. It's 1 hour long, just on the platform, some sales ideas around the concept, networking with CPAs, estate planning attorneys. It's all on the podcast channel, okay? If you prefer Apple, iTunes, great. YouTube, no problem. Spotify, Stitcher. It's on our website as well. It's free. So if you look at the blue arrow, we're going to include this link in today's thank you email, and that is Sahar, who is Michael's spouse, who runs the company as well. So that's a great 1 hour intro to the platform, well worth your time spent. With that said, We have another awesome episode I'm recording tomorrow, so you'll see that launched in about probably by Monday or Tuesday. Donnie Wilson, the author who was featured on TED Talks, he's having me on his channel. So we're going to dive in for an hour. We're going to go back and forth and talk about sales trends, ideas. It's going to be really, really cool. And again, these are built for you all, okay, to make sure that you are constantly feeding your brain and innovating, right, and getting some good motivation and inspiration, some great stories. So check it out when you can. Oh, you know what, real quick, January, February episodes were probably two of the best in the 4 years that I've been doing this. So Emmanuel and Pradeep, we jumped in for an hour and we spoke about what's working for them during the pandemic and why their numbers are up like 30 to 50%. So those are also great. In fact, Andrew, let's include those in the thank you email as well. Okay, moving right along here. So I think this is important if you're using Insure Me Now Direct or your own website, or if you're not using Insure Me Now Direct, it's fine. If you have a consumer on the phone or on a webinar or Zoom call, right, and you, let's say, bring up Legacy Armor or the scholarship program, and they want to self-enroll. So you just say, hey, go to my link, BillLevinson.com, just click on Legacy Armor or scholarship. They click. They put in some basic info and they're enrolled in the program and done. Okay, they can do this at 2 a.m. while you're sleeping, or you can walk them through this on a phone call or a Zoom meeting. Totally up to you, but it's easy, it's quick, and it's painless for the client, which is most important, right? So very cool. It's all integrated and you get all the credits. So that's simple. Okay, let's move forward here. This is a quick screenshot of what it's going to look like once the client self-enrolls. That's the screen that comes up. And again, apply, and they're in. Of course, your picture, phone number, logo, everything is there in front of your prospect, which is number one, most important to me. Okay, let's move forward here. So real quick, what I want to dive into now. So final expense, burial insurance, hot topic, right? We literally have NDRT agents, okay, that before, let's see, by 2017, 18, 19, we're writing over $1 million of premium a year, mainly from IUL and whole life. Now they've shifted gears. They're still doing great, but they're also selling mortgage protection, final expense. Okay, there's no small $20 bill, as they say, and this turnkey platform will open doors for you. I don't care what side of the industry you're on. Doesn't make a difference. It's free for all Levinson agents. We made some changes. We have some co-branded marketing material, some really cool stuff, and then of course the 20% guarantee on final expense leads. Andrew's going to jump in and go over this. Drew?
Yep, thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Yeah, I want to go over the Legacy Armor marketing and planning platform for you, and it's 100% free, just like we're talking about, no cost to you, and it's really a no-brainer to use. Just as Bill mentioned and just as Michael said, we're looking for things to open the door, right? And we talked about how Legacy Armor opens the door to that interaction. Well, so does this, but this is for your senior client, right? And we all, you know, at some point in time in your career, you're going to have a senior client, whether you focus on final expense or just by default you have some senior clients that are referred to you. Whatever the case is, you need to have a senior marketing system set up and ready to go so that you could take advantage of that situation, help your clients, but also leverage our platform to generate yourself some more business. So the way this works, just real quick, I won't go over too long, but Legacy Safeguard is a free membership that your consumer, your prospect, gets for free from you that provides them legacy planning services, right? Seniors need help with understanding how to plan for their funeral, what the cost of a funeral is, how to get a casket, how to negotiate the cost of things, how to get an attorney to put a will or a trust together. Those are things that seniors generally don't know the first thing about, and they don't know who to call. So they're going to call you, their insurance agent, because you've helped them, you're available, right? Now, this service you give them is 100% free, and it gives them all of those membership benefits, right? But the best part of this platform is that it's going to generate retention for you, right? They're going to come back to you over and over, and it's also going to generate leads. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see there's a sponsorship form. That means that your client, when they're happy, they're enrolled, they can actually provide the name and number of other friends and family members to get that membership for free without a purchase. So you've just generated more leads from your initial sale from that prospect that you did nothing to have to do except offer it to them for free, right? So it's a retention builder, it's a lead generator, and let's not forget, yes, as Bill said, the senior market's not going to generate a $18,000 commission on an IUL, most likely, right? But what seniors do, they're very loyal, they're very, rapport building is important, and they're going to refer you to their friends and family. Could be 30 and 40-year-old John and Susie who might need an IUL, right? So if you're good to their parent, they'll send to you the rest of their family, which are great, estate planning, legacy armor type clients, right? So that's what we want to use this program for. It's extremely effective. And as Bill said, you want to get involved in our 20% guaranteed lead program. Starting at $8 a lead, you can start generating these final expense leads and using our new final expense sales software with real-time underwriting. So we have it all in the back office for you. So take advantage of that, and we'll send you some information as well. So I'm just going to quickly move forward. Here's just some bullets on, a brief synopsis on what Legacy Safeguard allows you to be able to do, right? Set more appointments, make more presentations, close more sales. And one thing I want to mention here is you're not alone. Like, you don't just get thrown into this and say, have fun offering it. There, just like Legacy Armor has a university, so does Legacy Safeguard. So there is a training course that you could take with all the materials that you need to better understand how to position this to your client. It even has pre-approach letters. They have a mail drop program if you want to send out mailers. So, I mean, they have everything that you need to be successful using this as a retention booster and a lead generator. Also, here next up, I want to talk about the number 3 item on our list of door openers, and that is our famous college scholarship platform. And I wanted to take a little bit of a different spin here on this because, we've gone over this numerous amount of times, and I think most of us on the call know the value of our scholarship program, which is an up to a 1-year free college tuition discount at over 400. We have 425 colleges that are currently enrolled in Sage. So that is a very powerful way for you to sell one of the 12 carriers on this list here on the bottom. Any of those products that you sell is eligible for a 1-year free tuition discount from your client, right? So this is a powerful statement. But what I wanted to go over real quick is, what are the agents saying in the field that actually, what does this actually help them with, right? Because it's easy to talk about how great it is, but what are the actual results and how is it working? So these are actual points that we've gotten from the field. So number 1, differentiates yourself. Just like we talked about Legacy Armor, if you're not a Levinson agent, you cannot use Sage, right? It's exclusive. Our program, the way it's set up, is exclusive to Levinson agents. So being, a Levinson agent with one of these 12 carriers puts you in a better position from day one. And on the next slide, I'm going to show you just why that is. Number 2, attract new customers, right? We talk about referral building. When somebody's active in Sage, they're going to get a free scholarship no matter what, and then they can actually refer you to other prospects. So when you get a new referral, you can give out 500 points to each referral that comes to you. So your client is going to want to send you more leads, right? More people to talk to, right? Number 3, attract new money and additional investments, right? So we talk about IUL all the time being an option for cash value, retirement income, and also college planning. So you might actually have the opportunity to position a better, more attractive product, maybe a more cash-rich product to your client by having the conversation about the Sage Scholarship Program. Number 4 is increase your customer loyalty. Bill, you had something?
Yeah, so real quick, I just want to mention something. We're talking about these 4 different platforms, and you're listening to 3 of us. We're talking fast. We're trying to hit on everything. But I want you to just keep one thing in mind, okay? Number 1, all of the videos, everything's on our website, or pick up the phone and call us, and we'll help you, okay? If you can get your arms around one of these platforms, okay, and you say, you know what, I'm going to run with this. I'll try this one out and see how it goes, okay? We make it very easy for you, okay? Yes, there's a lot of information to digest, a lot of screenshots, a lot of talking right now, but just remember the basics, Okay, remember the basics. With scholarship, and I'm going to show you on the next slide why I say that, okay, because I think you're going to be able to understand the black and white. Very simple, okay? So, and as Andrew was saying too, if you see the carriers on the bottom of the slide, if you're already appointed with one of those companies through another IMO, okay, then think about this. Yes, you can use Levinson and the SAGE program through us, transfer the contract, get cash or free leads with your first application. Okay, so you can still use the same company. Obviously, you have to transfer it over to us because it's an exclusive program through Levinson. But, okay, and this is so important, we are going to beat your commission 90% of the time. Okay, and if it's that 10% chance we don't beat it, we're going to match it and look at the value add that you're getting here. And what I wanted to mention, if you look at that picture in the bottom right corner, that's me wearing the Ask Me About Free Scholarships pin. Okay, we have agents wearing this pin everywhere. Okay, during the pandemic, obviously it's a little tougher, but okay, things are changing. So we have agents wearing these to the supermarket, and it opens doors to other parents that say, oh my gosh, I have 2 kids, you know, they're going to be going to college soon, and I need to find out what you have available. And again, you bring up life insurance, and that's the door opener. And I'm going to give this out for free to everyone on this call. Okay, so if you're appointed with any one of those carriers listed on the bottom, let us know. I'll send you that out on me. Or if you're not, get appointed. As soon as you do, I'll send you the free pin. Okay, it's that simple. Now, next slide, you'll see the real guts here and the meaning behind when I say simplicity. You're going to see exactly why. Andrew, let's go to the next slide. Okay, when you're thinking about, and this goes for any whole life, IUL, UL, any product with cash value, okay, 12 carriers now. We have literally, let's see, 30, 40, about 45 different products to choose from. IUL, whole life, final expense. Now, think about this. This is the real value add, the real differentiator, okay? You're selling the final expense leads, you're making your calls every day, okay? Or maybe you have a list that you bought, whatever it is. Now, if you're working the lead program, sometimes you're the second or third agent in the door, okay? Now, let's say you're the second agent, and the agent before you, let's say they brought up a final expense product, right? They gave them the pitch and they emailed them the illustration or mailed it, whatever the case is. So you're coming in, right, second, okay, and let's say they like the first agent a little better. You're the second one in the door, and your illustration, your quote, okay, is also from an A-plus rated company, but premiums are neck and neck, okay? But here's the big difference. Let's look at the illustration in front of you. Female, 65, $25,000 of death benefit. The premium is $106 a month. Okay, with you, okay, even if they like the first agent a little better, look at that column on the fourth, the 1, 2, 3, fourth column on the right side, scholarship points. That's what the other agent can't show. So here, you're both showing premium in, cash value, right? Death benefit's the same, but look at year 19, okay? Cash value, $12,000, paid up benefit is $16,150. The scholarship points is $41,000. That is huge because now you take that $41,000 on top of the $12,000 of cash value. Now that client has $53,000 to be used for their grandchild's 4-year tuition. Okay, the other agent can't show that. They can't even get close. So again, my point is you don't have to complicate the concept, okay? But when you break it down like this and you say, look at what they're offering, look at what I'm offering at the same exact premium, what's the better deal, okay? It's a no-brainer. Even if the client said, well, Billy, my kid's going to Florida State University and they're not in the program. They're not one of the 425 colleges. It's okay. Because guess what? If he doesn't use the scholarship, we can transfer the account to his sister, little Jenny, or their cousin, or any blood relative. And the client didn't pay anything for the program anyway. remember the premium is the same as the first agent that got in the door. Okay, so again, it's about value add, and you didn't give up commissions. It's not like you're making a 30% commission because you're offering this program. So just think about the basics, right? They say KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid. Well, that's what it's about. If you can explain this in layman's terms, it's very simple. I think you'll get the message across and sell more product, okay? Even in the IUL space at a $17,000 target premium IUL illustration, okay? It's a big leg up here. It's $40,000 of value, okay, for no extra premium, no commission reduction. So anyway, that's why we stress this. It's very important, especially now selling over the phone, marketing online. It's a slam dunk when it comes to cash value sales. Okay, let's move forward. So what we did is we put together some great marketing material that we can co-brand for you. And also, it's very easy. If your client says, Bill, I want in, great. Go to BillLevinson.com, click on scholarship, and that's what comes up. If you look at the screen on the left side, it says apply, gives that consumer their password. Click, they're in, they have their own account that looks just like a checking account with Bank of America. And guess what? Client retention, keeping your name in front of clients every time they go in to see what colleges are part of the program this year. They see your name, phone number, your picture, logo, and think about this, another slam dunk. If they cancel the policy, the scholarship points stop and they don't accrue any longer, okay? So think about persistency, right? Nobody wants that scholarship to stop. That policy is going to be on the books for a long time and you get paid renewals. So again, win, win, win. And if they refer a friend, another 500 points for that client. Every year they do an annual policy review, another 500 points for the client, which is $500, okay? So that's why this is so important. We have 7 new colleges in the program, okay, equaling 425. So again, this is a big leg up and a little something for everyone that you should be marketing. Okay, another big one, a very niche part of the industry, lots of money to be made, right? We have a free software program available to Levinson agents. Andrew's going to touch on this quickly and then we'll move forward.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, I want to quickly hit on our business owner data mining software, okay? So this allows you to identify business owner opportunities, right? And we're all, talking about business owners and how great of an opportunity they are from a sales perspective, but how do you find them, right? Besides buying a lead for 100 or 200 a piece, what's the realistic way to be effective in finding business owners that you actually want to work with? So we actually have a software that is tied to the IRS. So when somebody pulls out a pension plan, okay, if you're a business owner and you pull out a pension plan for yourself and your employees, it has to be publicly posted with the IRS. It's publicly available data. So we actually have a software that's 100% complimentary to you as long as you're appointed with us, that's going to actually scour those publicly available data for business owners who have pension plans, and it actually tells you the amount that they're contributing, where they're located, how many employees they have, how many contributors there are. It gives you a sneak peek behind the curtain as to what this local business owner is actually doing and what the inconsistencies are in their portfolio, which is a perfect opportunity for you to follow up. Okay, we actually had an agent, he might be on this call now, that uses this, and he talked to his own doctors. He went in for a checkup, and sure enough, the doctor didn't have adequate insurance, and they actually sold him a policy while he was sitting on the table. So it's an extreme example, but that's the type of scrappiness that you could use to actually talk to business owners, whether you know them, it's your warm market, or you're going to go prospect for them. I want to show you on the next screen an example of what the software actually looks like. So this is an example if I've just put in, a single employer within a 100-mile radius of a zip code, and it shows you where they are, how many employees, what their total assets are. If I double click on one of these, which I can't in this screenshot, but if I did, it will show me the total contributions and the actual taxation and all the other stuff that the IRS was reported. So this is very powerful, all right? There's really nothing out there like this, and you have 100% access to this through Levinson. This is probably a pretty expensive program on the outside. So you definitely want to get involved with us, and we're going to send a link to this in the email when we send it out to everybody for the recap. So I wanted to make sure we go over this, but it's a very powerful tool to get in front of pension plan business owners. So I'm going to get it back to Bill for some other great stuff on social media.
Okay, good stuff. So as I said earlier, and I think I said it 3 or 4 times now, you have to get the word out, right? Through social media, through e-blast, through your website, networking, right? To get your little business card on maybe a friend's site, okay? Even if they're in the dry cleaning business, in the food business, whatever the case is, right? You have to get your name out there. When anyone thinks of life insurance, they must remember Billy Levinson, let's say, for example, right? You have to be known as the guru. So we know that, you know that, but how do you do it? So we put together a cool series, right? A social media tip of the month, okay? And we have a archive section on our website, but you need to know the basics, right? You need to know enough to be dangerous. So we have our agency automator platform. We have our third-party social media company that can help you do all of this, okay? And it all depends on your budget, okay, because this does cost money. Now, there's co-op discount pricing if you want to utilize the SEO, if you want to utilize, we have a social media host that will set up and manage all of your pages for you. We have different programs that are linked in to Agency Automator that you can e-blast, you can set birthday cards, annual policy review reminders. You can take, we have 3 videos right now, right? One of them is great. It talks about the new kind of life insurance that pays while you're alive, right? So we take your picture, logo, phone number, and put it on there. And it's free, by the way. You just let us know if you want it and send us a picture of your logo or yourself, whatever it is, and we send it to you within 2-3 days. But you have to get it out now to the masses. So we have a bunch of tips and tricks all associated with branding and marketing and getting you out there. Okay, it's so important. So real quick, we'll shift gears again. And I was talking about all of the scholarship companies earlier, and I'm sure you're probably appointed maybe through another IMO, maybe 1 or 2 of the 12 companies. Well, these are the different incentive programs you can take advantage of. All you do is transfer your contract to Levinson. We match, or most of the time beat, your existing level, plus you get free leads or cash for contracting with your first application. Done. It's that simple. And then you get access to all of the platforms that we offer, everything we just went over, and much, much more, okay? We actually have a list of over 50 different items that you can leverage to get your name out there, brand and market, okay? That's the name of the game, foot on the gas. Okay, future training. So this is our training webinar series. So Agency Automator, that's what I brought up just a minute ago. And we have different versions of that, different pieces, if you will. If you want just the free website and the basic CRM tool, that's all free. As long as you're appointed with us, there's a $9 a month hosting charge. That's it. Okay, everything is available at no charge. Now, obviously, if you want to take it to the next level, right? If you want to use, we have a virtual assistant program that has co-op pricing. If you want to jump into AssureWorks, that's kind of like a SEO, where if someone, let's say, maybe your neighbor down the street goes on to ESPN to check the local college basketball game score, right? Your name is going to come up. Those pop-ups, that could be your name, Billy Levinson, the local life insurance and annuity agent. You know, click here. And your neighbor says, oh my gosh, I didn't know Billy also did annuities. Let me give him a call. That's so crazy. This just popped up when I was looking for a score. Okay, these are all ways to get your name out there and brand on the internet and through social media, which is the name of the game right now. Anyway, every single day of the week, we host these live trainings with our program host, Kevin. These are at 2 p.m. Eastern every single day. You just pick whatever topic you're interested in. Okay, on the bottom there, If you look highlighted in blue, those are live trainings that we host. The first one is on the 11th, new non-med options to $1 million plus a hybrid GUL, IUL, and new ROP options. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. And then on the bottom there, this is the only GUL, the only permanent UL product in the industry that has a table shave program, okay? Now, you say, oh, Bill, big deal. Table shave, Lincoln had that years ago. No. First of all, not anymore, okay? Number two, they will take 1, 2, 3 tables off and give your client a standard non-tobacco rate. Do you know what that's going to do to the premium that they were getting with another company and another agent? The premium was $700 a month because it was rated table 3. You're going to come in at a quarter of that and not only get the case, but be the superhero. So you need to know about this stuff. Plus living benefits. That's on the 18th at 3 p.m. and they're a scholarship approved company. Okay, so another big one, write down those 2 dates, the 11th and 18th. If you noticed also, we changed our webinar times to 3 p.m. Eastern. This way you have time for the agency automator trainings above at 2 p.m. Plenty of time. You can sit there for 2 hours and listen to all of our value add. I'm not sure if you're going to want to do that, but everything's available to you. Okay, our last slide. This is my favorite part of the day, our question of the day, and also our Positive Tuesday quote. And yes, I know today's Thursday, doesn't matter. This is our way, right? And they say you don't have to listen to what we say, watch what we do. Okay, and the reason why I say that, okay, and I'm being 100% serious in facts here, the way that we start, and if you just get your hands around this for a second, and by the way, we're going to be done in 2 or 3 minutes, but just think about this for a second. So here we are, okay, and you should be doing the same thing. Here we are, 23 years ago, okay, I come into the business, okay. Kerry, my father, as you know, had a small agency in South Florida, had a couple hundred agents, had we had 3 carriers, okay, that we were direct with when I came into the business. So we started to build the first website in the insurance brokerage space, right? We were the first IMO to have at least 10 companies in a short time. We started doing email marketing, e-blasting, right? Google AdWords. We were one of the first to get our name out there quickly. And I said to my dad, I said, Dad, you know, if we're doing this in South Florida, right, in Fort Lauderdale, and it's working, and we have agents in Palm Beach and Miami and the Keys, why can't we do this in Orlando and Jacksonville, right? And Kerry says, why not? We just have to get the word out. So we slowly started to do that. We invested in a website. I'll never forget. It was $6,000, and it looked like one of those slot machines you see in Las Vegas, right? Very, well, it was actually very high tech for back then. And we had the first quoting engine. We teamed up with iPipeline. We were in a pilot program for the first life insurance quoting engine. It was crazy. So anyway, the point is, so we said, you know, let's do this in the rest of Florida. So we did, and we were very successful. We grew by literally 50, 60% overnight. And then we said, you know, if it's working in Florida, why not Georgia? Why not Texas? Why not California? Okay. So little by little, we were marketing day in and day out, e-blasting, using our website, making it more robust, investing a little more, getting our name out, right? And we started with these Facebook ads, and we started blasting all over the country, okay? In a very short time, we went from a few hundred agents to today, just under 20,000 in every city in the U.S. And I'm not saying that I'm a rocket scientist or Kerry is Bill Gates, okay? No. All we did was stayed consistent and persistent, and we got our name out there any way we could. If it was making a Positive Tuesday quote every single Tuesday, okay, and came up with this cute little phrase here that you can see on the left side, okay? If you look at our track record, we haven't missed a Tuesday since we started this in 4 years, okay? The podcast series, which, by the way, you should be doing the same exact thing. The podcast I started almost 4 years ago. Once a month, we have a live guest, okay, usually a industry influencer or a social media guru. We haven't missed one episode since we started, okay? And everything is in front of you, okay? If you want to go look at archive folders. You have to be persistent and consistent in everything you do. Even if you get one follower or one like or one referral or one new sale, it's one more than you had yesterday, okay? And you have to keep your foot on the gas. And rejection, okay, doesn't mean anything. That should give you the fuel to go further again, again, and again, and again, and again, okay? You keep your eye on the ball, your foot on the gas, and you're going to make it. We did it, okay? And I know you can do it. And by the way, the story's not over yet. We're just getting going. And you can do the same exact thing. And I've seen the proof in the pudding because we have agents that are literally in their 30s, guys and girls, crushing it. They're doing better now during the pandemic than they did before. Why? Because they're marketing on social media. Okay, they're pretty savvy when it comes to an iPhone app and using a drop ticket. Okay, they built a little following on LinkedIn and Facebook. They're investing a few $100 a month advertising on Facebook. Okay, money well spent. They're using some of the lead programs. Anyway, I don't care if you're 17 or 92. Okay. You can do this, okay? Don't try it once and say, oh, I knew it. There's too many twists and turns. This doesn't work. No, try it again. Try it again, okay? When a baby learns to walk, right, how many times do they fall before you say, oh, you know what? This baby is never going to learn how to walk. Let's just forget about this. No, you say, get back up and do it again. And you do it again and do it again until the baby learns how to walk. It's the same thing. Okay, I'm going to end with our question of the day. So real quick, make sure your fingers are on the keyboard. How many colleges are in our exclusive scholarship program? Tell me the number of colleges and you win the Amazon Fire or the Echo. Andrew, do we have a winner?
Yes, we do. We have a winner. It is Alejandro R. Alejandro R.
Alejandro R., congratulations. What state, Andrew?
I cannot confirm that at the time. I'm trying to find him. We'll have to double check.
As he's doing that, let me real quick go over our Positive Tuesday quote. 3 lessons learned in my 15-year look back. Trust your gut over anyone's advice. Spend more time with loved ones. This is my favorite. Number 3, overcome all rejection. It will destroy your dreams. Okay? That's pretty black and white, pretty simple here. So remember that. Keep your foot on the gas. Our mission statement is on the right side. I won't go over that. We're running late. Andrew, what state is Alejandro calling from?
Alejandro is in Florida.
Alejandro, congratulations from Florida. The number is 425. Have a wonderful Thursday, a great weekend, great selling. Thanks again for taking the time. Take care.